Today we're going to be playing some more Bloons Card Storm with hopefully a deck that's a little bit better than I've been using in my previous videos, because I took out the nested Bloons since I recently learned that they're actually really bad, and I replaced it with a Moab and BFB. I also have the Bloon and Biggin in there. I only have one of them so far, but I'm really hoping I'll get the chance to use this in this video or an upcoming one, because if you didn't know, it actually gives all of your Bloons, plus 25 health. So if I had, like, let's say a bunch of free or cheap Bloons deployed and then I could use that with them, I could really catch my opponent off guard potentially. With that being said though, let's hop into our first game here and see what we can get. Alright, we got a Gwendolyn player, so I gotta be careful here if I'm gonna try to rush a bunch of cheap cards, because of course they can always use Firestorm. Workshop should be good for me though. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so we got the red balloon here, which I'll keep in my hand for sure. The Moab, I don't really think I need it this early. I mean, maybe it's a risk getting rid of it now, but I'm gonna try to get some cheaper cards that I can actually afford early on and try to rush them. But let's see what ends up happening. Okay, so maybe I should have kept the other balloon I had there. I'm going to get a BFB anyways, so alright. So I guess let's just play the red balloons, and then we'll play the blue balloons and see if they use their Firestorm on that, or if they have a Firestorm card in their deck. If they do, then that's definitely going to be a really tough start for me, because they're just going to be able to take everything out. So, okay, that's interesting. They were able to use a card, what was that, Cash Drop? And I guess it did not cost any gold and it gave them gold, or I'm confused. Did it like give them an extra gold or something? I don't even know. But with that being said, I'm thinking now, should I play the golden balloon? Because I'm like, realistically, I can't really do anything else, and I'm like, saving up wouldn't really make any sense, because if I play the golden balloon, then they're gonna probably feel less inclined to want to shoot it, which means I get 70 damage just kind of staying on the board. And if they do choose to shoot it this early, then I'll get 2 extra gold, which is really useful when I'm only going to earn 3 gold for my next turn in of itself. That would be 2 gold plus that 3 gold, which would be almost twice as much. So yeah, that would definitely help. But yeah, they're not going to attack it. I mean, they can't anyways because their attack shooter's down. So with that being said, I have them somewhat in a decent spot, but if they have like a decent defensive deck and I don't take them out quickly enough, they can definitely get me here. So I guess I'll just play the yellow balloon right now and just keep the pressure up. I'm not really worried about a single white balloon because it's only 100 damage they have queued up, so I'm not going to waste my arrow shots on that. So now they play the Firestorm, so I'm going to get 1 more gold, which I feel like is kind of good for me because like they know I'm playing a very aggressive deck, so if I were them I would have saved the Firestorm until I queued up a bit more damage potentially. With that being said though, I wouldn't say, you know, it really matters too much. Now, I do still have them, I feel like, in a decent spot here, but I don't have the best cards in my deck to really maintain the pressure, at least not with only 5 gold. So I guess I'll just play another golden balloon because that's only 2 gold, and then that way, again, they'll probably feel less inclined to want to attack it. And once we have next turn coming up, we have 280 damage already queued, so that's not really that bad. Now they're going to get their attack shooter back, so that's going to be 70 damage they can do between turns, and we'll see what else they end up deploying here. They do have 6 gold to work with, so they could easily just deploy a decent defensive card. So they're going to use Supply Drop. I don't know if that's the best idea. I mean, I could be wrong, because maybe if this goes a little bit later, having all those extra cards is going to help them, but if I were them, I would just focus on like either trying to do some pressure or just defending right now, right? But with that being said, they're going to attack my golden balloon, which is kind of surprising. Why not just attack one of the ones that's queued up instead of doing damage to a balloon that's going to give me an extra gold? But hey, I mean, I shouldn't be complaining, right? So I guess we'll just use a couple swarm yellow balloons. And again, I'm not really too worried about them having a single yellow balloon queued up against me. I feel like we're in a pretty good spot here because especially if we get a pink or we get that balloon and Biggin, then we have a good chance of winning on this turn. I mean, once their turn ends, like, realistically, especially, yeah, because they're playing Supply Drop, they're not just focusing on doing as much damage as they can, so they have 100 and, well, they have 80 plus 70, technically. Okay, so they're just going to concede. I'm really surprised that they actually quit there. I feel like they could have won that, and it wasn't worth giving up yet, I actually, unfortunately, didn't get a few games I just recorded on video before, or I should say I did get them on video, but rather I didn't actually have the microphone recording somehow. I gotta get better editing software and just recording software than Filmora. Generally, I use OBS to screen record at least, but unfortunately, I've been having to use Filmora because I guess my bitrate or something's been too high on OBS, and I haven't been able to get a good frame rate on this game. If you saw the one video on my main channel, you'll know that. So yeah, that's definitely been tough, but I'm definitely going to go with high finance. I like the 2 extra gold. It really helps me rush early on, and we're going to get a pretty decent starting deck here. So I don't know if I should I should probably try to replace the golden balloon, because that's the least like early pressure. I probably want to keep that in golden balloon, because I have a chance here, especially if I get a 0 gold card, that I can really play this for a cheap amount. Because every single balloon that I have deployed, this is 1 cheaper. Okay, so I'll definitely take the pink balloon because that's really useful, even if it's not the best card to get on round 1. It's really good to have in your deck because obviously 0 turnaround is really nice. But yeah, so you'll see here, like when I play these blue balloons, and I'll make sure I play the 2 regular balloons, get the most amount of damage out. This went down to only costing 4 gold. So the more damage you have deployed, the more that it can actually, or the less it actually costs rather. So for some reason, oh, here we go. I was trying to see steady growth balloon. Yeah, okay. So I've got to be careful there because that's going to be obviously doing more and more damage the longer it sits there. So I think it can end up doing 250 damage, I guess, by the time it deploys. So yeah, it's going to be tough. He decided to use 1 shot of his tack shooter, which is kind of weird because you can see here it gains a 10 extra 10 damage per or between rounds rather when it's defending, and obviously he has plenty of balloons to defend on my side, so I don't know why he would do that. But with that being said, now this is the perfect chance to play the emboldened balloon. 300 damage for the cost of only 2 gold is the best ratio you're really going to find in this game. Generally speaking, you can see like this is 1 gold here and it's 50 damage. I mean, besides the 0 gold cards, this is going to be the best ratio you're going to get by far. So it's really nice to have that. Even though it has 2 rounds it has to take, it's going to be like his steady growth balloon where it's going to be sitting here cooking up. The difference is he does have defense, of course, so that is something else I'm going to have to deal with. It looks like I have a glitch going on here, a visual glitch, where his cards, okay, that was weird, I don't know. I don't really know what was going on with that exactly. I've never seen anything quite like that. Okay, so I just got the balloon in Biggin and a pink balloon. I'm kind of excited right now because, you know, the opportunity that gives me to like do something really insane here is going to be really interesting at the very least, because we have this thing obviously coming around that would only cost me 2 gold with 300 damage, and now we have 2 win condition cards cooked up here, 2 different surprises for him. So I'm thinking if I were to play this pink balloon first and I play this, that's 125 damage plus whatever I else have deployed, 25 damage out of that as well. So yeah, once this queues up, I think I have a chance of winning even. I mean, we'll see how much damage he does to it and what else he plays. Like, okay, so he's going to play this hero protection card, so that's going to give him another shield. So I'm not exactly sure if the shield, like, I think that shield protects him from all upcoming damage. So whatever hits him next. So he's going to be completely protected against this, which is really frustrating. I'm not sure how much that card costs, but yeah, depending on the amount of value he got out of that, it can definitely be tough. So with that being said, we're going to keep the pressure up with a couple blues, and then we're just going to have now our flurry of arrows ready to go if he deploys a bunch of balloons against me, and we're just going to try to really get him with something tricky here, because yeah, the balloon in Biggin obviously can still affect the rest of these balloons I have deployed. Now, he's going to be, I mean, he's going to be tough to take out. He's got his quick break there. I don't know what Nature's Clarity just did. I guess that's how he gets 4 cards at once. Now I know what's going on. So, I don't really know. Okay, so he has 620 health plus he instantly, or he'll like survive a balloon that hits him. So, I think the play here, man, because if he has a pink balloon and he gets like 1 more, or he has like anything else that can just take me out, then I'm just done. So it's like, probably I want to shoot this, because I feel like at this point, you know, the best thing I can do is try to survive and then kind of get him with something here. And now, at the very least, even if he has a pink balloon, I won't just die instantly on the next turn. So that will break his shield, and we'll get rid of that other thing at least. We'll do a little bit of damage to him too. So this is a chance to do something here if he's not prepared for it. So he's gonna put that down, okay, but he only has 2 gold. See, he's not earning enough gold yet where he could play, okay, next turn he could play a super monkey actually, so that would be really bad for me. Obviously that'd be 270 damage, and it would put me in a really tough spot. Okay, so I think we just win here because He does 70 damage with that. This will burn. That does 30 damage. When it burns, it'll be 100. I can do 200. I can do then 380 damage still, even with the pink balloon. So I think I just win. And even if I don't, the fact that I have 2 other win condition cards in my deck makes me feel like even if, you know, I like somehow misjudged that, then I would still be okay. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. I did not expect to get both of those in there. And I didn't even really get the chance to use the balloon and Biggin, but still, I mean, I'll definitely take that. Especially like with the way that game was starting to go, I thought I was going to end up potentially losing. So happy to get the win here, and we'll play one more game, definitely. I don't want to play on Monkey Meadow. I like to have something else going on just to make it a little bit more favorable for rushing, because like almost all of them are good for me. Like Bloons gaining 5 health is good. Actually, all of them are good. I mean, the heroes taking 10 damage at the start of each round is good because, you know, your opponent's slowly losing health every round as you're rushing them. If High Finance is good, I'll have 2 extra gold. I can get on Workshop an extra card to rush with. So yeah, they're all pretty good actually. I guess we can get rid of these defensive cards right now. We don't really... This is going to be a really bad starting deck, so let's see what we can salvage out of it. Okay, so we still get the Moab. All I can really hope for is that I get like a 0 gold card or something. No, okay. So yeah, I mean, because unfortunately, like, even though I have the emboldened blue and I can't really use it, so the best thing to do is just play the 2 blues and then the green. Still a good amount of damage. I mean, 200 damage to start off with is good, but the problem is I have no more pressure I can maintain, really. You see, so it's like, unless next turn I get like a Swarm red balloon and then I can play 3 of those and then play the emboldened balloon for 2 gold, that would be really awesome if that happens, but the chances of that are very low, so I don't expect it to be the case. Yeah, I get the wrong kind of Swarm balloon, so all I can really do is just go for that there and my turn. 160 damage is good. I'm lucky that they didn't get the Firestorm immediately and just take out all my damage, because I feel like if you're going to be rushing, it's always good to have 500 health and have your opponent a little bit lower, as opposed to the other way around, or even like going even with them in health. If you're trading it back and forth immediately, you never really get that chance to kind of drive in the final nail and kind of take them out. So yeah, with that being said here, I think I might as well just play the green, because that way next turn I'll still have 3 of these and I can kind of maybe, depending on what they do, like if they play a couple power, yeah, okay, they're going to play a Moab, so I might as well just play the Storm of Arrows next turn, so that way I can ensure it does 150 damage to the Moab. And then after that, I will probably just, okay, wait, so now let me think. So if I play 2 of these, I can get the emboldened balloon, but then it's still 5 gold, so I think it's not worth getting, because yeah, like I feel like I would want to have more here. So I feel like what I want to do, oh wait, yeah, no. So I feel like what I want to do is hope that maybe, well actually I don't think these red balloons are going to survive, come to think of it, because they're just going to destroy them. So it is what it is though. I think just want to play that and then probably call it there, because yeah, there's no reason to use like my arrow shots or my flurry of arrows yet. I'll save those. It's not like the Moab is about to come out. So yeah, I think try to hopefully get a good chance to play this emboldened balloon. If somehow I still got like a red balloon or Swarm red balloon next turn, I could still play this for really cheap, which would be really cool. Oh, they're going to play Firestorm, so I'm going to lose my red balloons there. Still got the yellows though, and then yeah, they're going to take those out too. That's pretty tough, definitely. And I'm not really getting what I need. So I haven't been able to play the emboldened balloon this time, unfortunately. I mean, I still have it for later, I guess, if I need it. But I'm just going to try to maintain the pressure here with the Swarm balloons. Hopefully I can get an opportunity to do something, but let's see. I mean, I am lucky that at least I got the Moab and BFB. So if they drag this game out, pretty soon I'll probably just play a Moab. In fact, I should probably just play the Moab next turn. The thing is, when they play a defensive deck, it's kind of hard to invest in a card that lasts for 4 turns, because even with 500 health, they're gonna have a good chance of taking it out. Whereas if I could have played this emboldened balloon really early, like it would have been a lot harder to take out 300 health earlier on when they didn't have all this defense lined up. I'm just thinking now, right? Like, do I save up? Well, the BFB, I mean, it takes as many turns, right? So it's like, it's just a bit more health for the same thing. So I'm like, at this point, do I have a real chance of taking them out? I mean, I should probably use my 3 arrow shots on the Moab first, because they're kind of letting that cook up, and I'm going to potentially just lose. And I mean, next turn it's going to be ready to deploy. So yeah, I definitely want to start to try to get rid of that. Maybe just do that, and then the yellow balloon, and then do 2 more arrow shots to the Moab, I guess. That's all I can really do here. And hopefully we can somehow eke a win out. So yeah, they're gonna get their tack shooter back, and these 2 towers are single turnaround. So that's 90 plus. They can make this 70 damage if they wait to defend. And then of course they're just gonna deploy another Moab, and they just did something to make all their towers stronger. So I think it's the increased damage of your monkeys by 5. So that's pretty tough, definitely. I don't know how long does that last for the rest of the game, because otherwise that wouldn't be worth 12 plutonium, I don't think. Okay, so now we finally get the swarm red balloon. So I think what we do here is we definitely play that for 2 gold. I should have, I'm dumb, I should have played another balloon first and played it for 1 gold, because it's not like I can play a Moab. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever, but at the same time, I mean, if they have a pink balloon or anything, I'm just gonna die anyways. So if they send a pink at me, then it is what it is. I'll just go out on that note. But if not, then there's a small chance that I can maybe get a win here, because I mean, they have the ceramic and then the Moab, which I have a couple more rounds. Like if I can somehow get something lined up here, maybe. I have some balloons that are ready to deploy before his, but okay, so they're playing another ceramic, so they obviously don't have a pink because they would have just played it now. So let's see what happens here. This would be really crazy if I actually won this game somehow. Weird to play the tack shooter between, or like to play it now instead of just letting it defend, but I guess they figure it doesn't really matter. I mean, okay, so obviously we're going to play Storm of Arrows and hope that it hits that ceramic that's close to coming up. Yes, it did. Okay, so maybe if I can get something else like an arrow shot, maybe I can keep on saving myself if need be. Now, at this point, right, I mean, what do I really do? I mean, I'm trying to think, like, do I play the BFB and try to hope to survive 4 more rounds? Because I don't see that happening. But then again, if I play these 3 swarm green balloons, is that really going to be enough? Well, I think I should just play these because it's really the only thing I have that can do any sort of pressure, like, more quickly right now. And then I just should probably play these on the ceramic, and we'll see what we can do. Really, you got to be hopeful here that somehow I'm able to pull something off. I mean, I do have a couple powerful cards at least chilling in my deck, but again, they take so long to deploy that... Oh, Quick Ready is just going to make me lose. So yeah, he wins. GG's. I'm not going to quit the game because I've heard that it actually doesn't count for a win for your opponent if you just quit out of the game. So I want him to get like the XP and everything. But GG's to him. I mean, 2-1's not terrible. I'll definitely take it. And I was recording before this and actually went the same exact way, 2-1. So not bad on the day. 4 and 6, or 4 out of 6 rather. 4 and 2 that would be. I don't know why I struggled to figure that out for a second there, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Appreciate you watching. Peace.